can I get a what is growing on? So 2 videos in one day. Hopefully this gimbal doesn't act up too much. Guys, I'm in Clearwater, Florida today. This is a job we started about 2 weeks ago. I've got about a day left here in the backyard to wrap it up. Gonna kind of just go over this project. I'm actually dropping off some mulch, picking up a machine, dropping off a machine. We are in a non-HOA, but we still kind of kept that concept of business in the front, party in the back. In the front yard, we've got 2 large Arbequina olives kind of framing out the driveway on either side. Cleaned up this bed here around those philodendron, added a vitex in the center, some of our specialty varieties of pineapples. Kind of up in the zone 1 by the house, we've got a red jaboticaba on either side of the tree. Both of those had flowers and fruit on them when they were delivered. Those were just, well, there goes the gimbal. Those were just 15-gallon trees, so they do start fruiting at a smaller size. Right up by the house, you've got some pineapple guavas kind of running up along there. Everything else was existing as far as portocarpus, obviously crotons. We did end up planting some of this minima jasmine over here just to match the front bed. Put them on steras on the tree on either side. Still got our Kubota here, and still got the GreenDreams trailer. But client here has a really good sized yard for urban area, already existing bamboo, and this is just a great example of what bamboo does, how it blocks out the neighbor. So big 2-story house over here next door, graceful bamboo going all the way down. These guys cannot see you from outside their window up into the house. We did a little bit of pruning on that, cutting it back, and this is a beautiful site. Existing granite was here, a couple olives in the backyard. We put a couple of figs in some containers for the client. And this was our access point. We originally thought we'd be cutting through the garage to get into the backyard. I was here last year in rainy season. This site held a ton of water. Big issues here with water. Once it starts raining, everything was flowing into the backyard. Backyard was going to be almost like a mud zone. Whoever owned the house here prior had plans of having exotic birds, so they had these cages built. Client's going to probably use them for like potting. We actually lined this with some heavy duty weed mat, put some shell in here, tried to make it a little bit of a more useful space and not just dirt. Looks like over the weekend they got a rug in there. They've already got some peat moss, they got a potting table. Talking about getting some orchids to hang up in here, ought to be kind of cool. But we're talking about the water issues they had, gutters coming off this shed that was just behind me. We have some mulch work to finish up here still. We put a little bit of a swale in, kind of feeding a retention area there in the backyard. That's why I've got the excavator here still. This is the backyard. So we put a big drain in the backyard because there was a big low spot there and the water wasn't going to shed into the back. We've got black edging that still needs to go in. That was a existing bougainvillea that was here. Strawberry tree. And over here in the corner, we've got a little bit of a wet zone where we've got soursop, coconuts, mulberries up on the edge, taro, malanga, bacopa. Got some different turmerics down in there, some lemongrass, Barbados cherry, and we're still due to put a couple more mangoes in here over here along the backyard. Did a lot of irrigation work here, but this got completely dug out. We took about 2-3 feet of dirt out of here, maybe even more than that. We moved all that material over here because this was the lowest area of the backyard and raised that up. This way, we're high and dry come rainy season, and try to take advantage of the dappled light. We've got passion fruit back there, monstera, another nice sabra jaboticaba, grimmel jaboticaba. Starfruit wants to be in the shade. Bananas can handle the shade. This is kind of on the edge of light, and another mango. Gonna end up with 4 mangoes here. Pomegranate, avocado at the end. This was a fun little urban project. And you can see a big water oak here in the backyard, and there's that big 4-inch hard main drain line we put in. And basically when this pools in the back, the goal is that water picks up in that drain and it's all pitched into that low area, and we're just hoping that low area has enough holding capacity for rainy season and it perks out of here quick enough so we don't have any water standing. Over here on this side, we've got some more bananas, avocado in the back, cherry of the Rio Grande, some native coffee, some ginger zone, some firebush, got some edible coffee, and we've got a little bit more planting to do down over here. We've got shampoo gingers, that's where the flags are marking, galangal, and these trees we moved for the client. There was a money tree, and I don't even know what that is, basically a house plant. And once again, more of that graceful bamboo going all the way down the side for privacy. And we didn't do anything over here. This area is kind of left alone. Client here is really lucky. They have a well already on site. Water is actually pretty decent. Some large porterweed, that's more of the invasive one over there. Everybody's got to have a little hammock zone. And that was about it. So fun little backyard project, really taking advantage of that edge. Which by the edge, this was grass all the way up to the fence, basically making a 20-foot bed all the way around the backyard, where it's like a giant U, encompassing all the space that we have back here, with this being more of our full sun zone. That is a Tice mulberry. There is a world's best over there. We brought this thing covered in fruit. And I forgot to mention, up there on the high side, another water tolerant tree, wind tolerant, salt tolerant, is the sapodilla. Like I said, we are in Clearwater. Coffee coming over the fence. Coconut coming over the fence back there. This is a moringa that was transplanted. Probably need to cut the top off of it a little bit. It did have leaves on it when we moved it. Kind of have a little bit of a pineapple zone back here. But this was a little bit of a fun backyard project. Didn't necessarily need to be business in the front, party in the back, because we're not in an HOA. But we kept most of the party in the backyard, kind of keeping that standard look out front. So fun backyard project. I haven't made you guys a video of an install in a minute. I have been slacking. And not just for that reason of slacking, but a couple of the last jobs we did, homeowners didn't want to have their backyard filmed for multiple reasons. So I do have another one coming up after this. I'm going to film all steps of it on the East Coast. Another one that also gets wet. We're bringing in 200 yards of dirt. I believe it's in Fort Pierce. Stay tuned. So, oh, got mulch. Should also have mentioned, I didn't mention before, the clients here, Nico and Chris, have been absolutely awesome to work for. Pleasure to work with. And excited to come back and see this place grow. Fun backyard project, guys. Short video for you. Kind of cool site. This is a half an acre in an urban zone, so you can do a lot on a small yard. Client's already talking about doing a phase 2 here eventually. All that pipe is pop-ups and rotors that we ripped out. You know, just so you know, rotors and pop-ups are not suited for plants. We have to retrofit and change this over to micro or drip irrigation, so we're feeding right into the root zone. So we have all micro through these beds over here. Moved all of our rotors out to the edge where you see those pink flags. So, you know, they were 10 feet in. Brought them out to the edge, adjusted them to where they're just going to water the grass. Really just in dry season. Once we get into that rainy season again, there won't have as much of a need here for water. So, going to be able to shut that stuff down. We've got some of this beautiful permalock edging going in. I think I got 16 sticks here in this box. And this is an anodized aluminum. Really, really nice stuff. Gonna frame out the backyard. We should have enough to do the entire edge. So we're gonna have a nice black edge going all the way over here, and then maybe framing these 2 beds and the pineapple guavas over here on the edge. But I gotta pick up this machine. I gotta drop off some mulch. You guys got lucky. I made a video this morning, had the camera in my car. Hope you enjoyed this little urban project. I'm gonna try to give you more of these. Stay tuned. If you haven't converted your backyard into a food forest, you are slacking. Do not be a grasshole. Pound dirt.